Hey, what's up everybody, primusprime22 here, bringing you another video, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, 98% of the reason this video is here is because, just at the moment I want to test out how this new setup looked like. Do you like the new setup? I think this is my new setup, you know, having the camera there. The mic's here, I don't know if you can see the mic, but you know, if I lean over here, you can't hear me as good. But if I lean over here... And behind me are the computer stuff. Oh, I didn't realize Audacity was behind me. And over here is Discord. Join the primusprime22 Discord server, by the way. So I get this question asked fairly often, and that's Primus. How did you choose the name primusprime22? And I've answered this question on several videos before, but they were part of wider Q&As or podcasts. And I thought, why not make a video dedicated to explaining where I got my name from? Everyone has a story from where their username came from. You know, they didn't just pick it out of the... I guess that's a lie. Some people do just pick it out of the air. So, little Primus, little me, was trying to get to, I think the first website I had to make a username and stuff for was Neopets. And for those of you who don't remember Neopets, only 90s kids remember Neopets. Neopets was a website. I think it's still going on. I'm not sure. I haven't checked up on my Neopets recently. But Neopets, you know, you had a little Neopet, and you like played games, tried to make money, get food from a massive omelet that was out there. Don't know what that was about. So I wanted to join the Neopets frenzy. They made Neopet toys, and I got a Scorpio thing, and little Primus, this was during when Transformers Armada was on the air, and little Primus was like, oh boy, I sure do like Neopets, I want to go to the Neopets website. And then my mom was setting up the account for Neopets, since I never had an account before, and she was like, okay, little Primus, need a username to sign up for this website. And I'm like, people would do that? Go on the internet and use false names? You know, I heard that technically it's illegal to go by any other name besides your real name, even on the internet, but since it's something that can't be enforced, no one does that. I heard that from like some offhand source, so I wouldn't be surprised if that's wrong, but you know, it's just something I heard. But so, Primus was a Transformer fan at this time, and so I was like, alright, so it's in my nature to be a little, sort of in my nature to be sort of like, frankly, a hipster, in the sense that I like doing things that are obscure. I'm a generally lonesome person. Lonesome's a bad word to choose. Solitary person. I'm generally a solitary person. I like to do things on my own, by myself. I tend to like things that are obscure or no one's heard of. I think that's because I generally live my life a solitary style, and I don't really like people. And so whenever I get into anything popular, I'm like, oh, people are also into this, you know? But I was a Transformer fan at the time, and during Transformers Armada, it was an obscure time to be a Transformers fan. But I also liked obscure knowledge. I would spend lots of time just sitting there reading encyclopedias. I loved obscure knowledge. I loved to know more than anyone else did in the room. I liked to be the smartest person in the room when I walked in. Because, you know, that's just how pretentious and elitist I might be. I try not to be that bad, but you know. So I'm like, I'm gonna take what's a very important concept in Transformers that not a lot of Transformers fans that I knew about. And I had just gotten this book called Transformers: The Ultimate Guide, and in it talked about Primus. And when I first heard about Primus, I'm like, oh my god, there's like a Transformer god? That sounds pretty important that nobody seems to know about. So you know what, I'll go by that name. I'll use Primus. And then, you know, I had to add more, so I added Prime 22. And I talk about the 22. 22 either was my favorite number, and then I added it to my username, or it became my favorite number after I used it in all my usernames. So I don't really know which came first. But 22 is my favorite number. And then I added Prime just as a leadership signal, you know. I generally like to be in charge of things. And if you translate that directly, Primus Prime, it's sort of like leader of, or a god leader, or a leader of gods, you know, that sort of deal. I might be a little narcissistic. But yeah, I signed up for Primus Prime 22 on Neopets. Oh boy. And then I pretty much was Primus Prime 22 ever since. Oddly enough, I do think there is, like, on some website, another primusprime22. I think there's a fanfic place that has a Primus Prime. Let me check. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's a Primus Prime person that uses fanfiction.net, so that's not me. But yeah, I think that covers the origin of why I use the username primusprime22. Kind of stuck with it. It's something that's stuck with me since as early as I'd gotten into Transformers, really. Sometimes I sort of regret having an online persona that uses the same name as a character, but at least it's an obscure character, you know? So I think that's going to wrap up this episode. What is this an episode of? I think that's going to wrap up this video. There we go. So again, this video was 98% me trying to see if I could do the setup right. This is a flip camera, flip camera, by the way, on a tripod. Remember when flip cameras were all the rage? But I know it's not like shocking quality. I don't think it's much better quality than the webcam. They're both 720p. But, here we are. I don't know if you can see this corner of the bed. I just don't like having beds in a shot. I don't know how much of everything you can see. What's today? This would be uploaded on September 12th, I believe. You guys have a good 9/11? I think we're going to end it there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think about this new setup. I hope it's good. It sort of comes from the iDub school of cinematography. But yeah, subscribe if you'd like, if you have not yet. Follow me on social media for updates, especially Twitter. And follow me on Tumblr for whatever I use Tumblr for. Join the primusprime22 Discord server. Join the subreddit. And yeah, have a good day, ladies and gentlemen.